Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Shattered Ice Plays Metal Gear Solid, the board game. And today, we will be playing Stage 8, Find the Scientist, in which Solid Snake has made his way past the tank and entered the nuke building, level 1, and he will be attempting to make his way through the various levels of this building to find Metal Gear's chief engineer. And whilst we are in this zone of this stage, this is a no-fire zone. Due to the dismantled nuclear warheads, Snake cannot use any ranged weapons or explosives while in this zone. Once he gets to different levels of this stage, he can begin using his weapons again. So we're going to have to get past all of these guards and into the elevator over here without firing our gun. So Snake has brought his pistol in case he needs it on the other floors of this stage. He has also brought some rations, as is his usual loadout. And additional to that, he has brought the gas mask. The gas mask has this ability, residual telepathy, reveal the top guard order card or guard reaction card, and then return it to the top of the deck. And it also ignores poison gas. Now, I won't be using this gas mask in a lot of the stages because it does kind of take a lot of the challenge out. Because, of course, you can basically predict the future. However, I will be showing you how it works in this stage. So, that is pretty much everything that we need to know for now. So, let's see what the Colonel has to say, and then we'll begin.
Be careful. You absolutely must not use weapons in that area.
I've already programmed the nanomachine so that he won't be able to, Colonel.
What? What are you talking about?
Have you forgotten? That's where they keep the nuclear warheads. Can't you see them?
Yeah, there's lots of boxes piled up here, but are they all warheads?
Yes, they're all dismantled warheads.
They just leave them here? It's like President Baker said, totally careless.
They're working on a limited budget. They try to put on a pretty face for the media, but this is the grim reality of it. Snake, never use your weapon on that floor.
Okay, so thanks for the intel, Colonel. Now, let's start and see if we can find this scientist. Okay, so the first thing Snake is going to do is use residual telepathy. So we get to look at this guard order card and see what will happen next. So, none of this matters, but we know the guards are going to move forward. Which is good for us, because we know he's going to end up facing this way, he'll end up down here, and he's going to end up facing this way as well. So with 3 actions remaining, Snake can go sneak, sneak, sneak. And now residual telepathy is a noisy action. So we need to hope we don't draw any attention. Which with a 6, we don't. So now we can resolve this guard order card. So it's going to be very simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what we want to do now is we will use residual telepathy again. Okay, so this time we know the guards are going to move 5 and turn to their left. So that means this guard will end up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so he'll end up looking down there. This guy will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so because he's going to end up looking down there, we're probably going to want to sneak around the back. So what we want to do is send this guard going in the other direction. But we're going to have to go this way around. So what we're going to do is sneak 1 space to here. Then we're going to knock to draw attention. Then we're going to use our 3rd action to sneak and our 4th action to sneak. So we would normally have to roll a noise check, but it's really important that this doesn't follow us. So we're going to use our focus token to reduce the white dice rolled by 1, so we do not roll a noise check. And then we will resolve that guard order card, where the guards will move 5. So this guy is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And him, being closest to the noise marker, is going to go 1, 2, 3 and stand on there. And we draw our reaction card. And we get, nothing. Remove the noise marker. Well, that was fortunate. Or the investigation token, should I say. Okay, and then it is back to Snake's turn. So he could wait for these guys to go past. But it might be better to go round. I think we are going to follow them round. So for now, we're just going to go sneak, sneak, sneak. And then we are going to refresh our -1 white die focus token. So we'll resolve our next guard order card, which is exactly the same as the last one. So move 5 and turn to the left. So start with this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn to the left. And then him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And lucky for us, we are still out of line of sight. So back to Snake's turn. Okay, we really need to get down here now, and then we're pretty much in the clear. So I think we are going to have to do a couple of dashes. So we're going to dash, dash, and then sneak again. So it's really important that we don't get seen again. So once again, we will use our -1 white die focus token, and that way we're only rolling 1 white die for this noise check. And it's a 3, so we're okay. So we resolve the guard order card, and we have move 4 and turn to the left. So we start with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. It turns to his left, so it'll turn down there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, he should have activated first, but it doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and now we are pretty much in the clear. So on Snake's turn, we are going to dash, dash, dash again, and then we are going to refresh our -1 white die focus token again. So the guards move. Oh, before I do that, we did 3 noisy actions, didn't we? So we still don't draw any attention. So radio in, that's fine. So move 5 and turn to the right this time. Okay, so this guard will go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I guess he leapfrogs over him and turns to his right, going that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, and then he ends there. This guard will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because he's only got the one path, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and turn that way. Okay, so now Snake can we'll dash 1, and then we'll sneak, and we'll sneak again. Yeah, so he will activate the elevator with his final action. So Snake rides the elevator down to the B2 floor, hoping to find the scientist. And I've already played this campaign through, and if you've played the video game, you already know that we can't get through here just yet. Oh, I forgot to place the exit token down here. So this is where we're trying to go. This is our goal for the entire game. But I wanted to play this through in a way that would feel a bit more like that original play of the video game. So I came down here to waste a turn. So we are going to go dash, and then dash again. Now we're lucky that there's no guards down here, and there's no guard post either, so we're never going to have to deal with enemies. So thankfully, we can basically ignore noise rolls. So when we land on space A,
Watch out. That place is filled with gas. Also, the floor is electrified. First, destroy the high voltage switch. It's the switchboard on the northwest wall.
But how? I can't reach it.
Use a remote-controlled missile.
So Snake is stood, thankfully, right in front of the electric flooring. Because if Snake stood on that, whenever a player moves onto an electrified floor space, which is any of these down here, which I think you can just about see it on the camera, you've got this blue electricity artwork. So it's these metal flooring spaces here are electrified. So if we stood on those, we'd take 2 damage. That rule remains in effect until the switchboard, which is here, is destroyed. Now this has 2 health points. So somehow we need to destroy this. How could we do that? Who knows? Well, I suppose the answer may be on one of the other floors. Possibly the first floor basement rather than the second floor basement. So we are going to dash back twice. And then we do have to draw a guard order card. So that was basically a waste of a turn. And then we will go back to Snake's turn. So we'll use an action to activate the elevator. Okay, that's the end of Snake's turn. So we draw a guard order card. Okay, move 4 and turn to the right. So we start with this guard, who will go 1, 2, 3, 4. And this guard will go 1, 2, 3, 4. He turns to the right, unfortunately. Yeah, it's going to waste a turn for us. And this guard will go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so Snake is going to... He's going to use residual telepathy to see what the guards do next. Still radioing it. Okay, so they're going to move 4 and turn to the left, which means... Yeah, so we're actually going to be safe for him to pass. So with that done, Snake will sneak 2 spaces to there, and then he's just going to wait. And residual telepathy is a noisy action, so we have to roll our noise check. And with a 6, he's fine. So we resolve this card. And of course, if you haven't guessed, we're going for this B token down here, which I'm sure will help us with that electrified flooring. Okay, so 4 and to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's not on a rotation. Oh, he's on a rotation symbol. So, because he turns to the left and he has multiple paths available to him, he will turn to his left and then turn back around to get an available path. So, Snake is going to sneak, 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 and then sneak again. We should be safe here. Okay, so we draw a guard order card. If I'm within... Okay, that's lucky, because if I'm within 2 spaces of a guard, I would place my noise token on me, but it's always counted with cardinal directions, not diagonals, so he's actually 3 spaces away from this guard. So we're safe there. And then they're going to move 2 and turn to their right. So this guy will go 1, 2. He will go 1, 2. And he turns to his right. So, yeah, he's going to actually go into there, isn't he? That's going to make things more difficult for us. And then he will go 1, 2. And then it's back to Snake. So we need to see what this guard does really before we do anything. So we're going to sneak, 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 and then sneak one more time to here. And then we'll draw our guard order card. Okay, so move 4 and turn to the right. So this guard will go 1, 2, 3, 4. This guard will go 1, 2. As soon as he hits that, he goes 3, 4. And then he turns to his right, which means he's going to be heading down that way. And then this guard will go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're in trouble here. He turns that way. So we can hopefully hide in this corner. So Snake's going to sneak and then sneak again. And then he may as well use residual telepathy. In fact, he should probably use it first. Let's do that first. So we're going to use residual telepathy. So the next guard order card. Okay, nothing to worry about there. The guards are going to move 3 and turn to their left. So this guard is going to end up here, which is good. He won't be able to see us. This guard is going to end up here. And this guard, 1, 2, 3. But it's okay if we hide here. We'll be fine. In fact, we could get a bit closer. No, we don't want to be there. Actually, yeah, we can do that. So then we're going to use second action to sneak, third action to sneak, fourth action to sneak. And we should be safe here. So we have to do a noise check for our residual telepathy. In fact, we're going to use our -1 white die focus token, which we can't risk being heard here. So then we resolve this card. So he will go 1, 2, 3. He will go 1, 2, 3. And he will go 1, 2, 3. And look this way. And now, because of the line of sight rule, this wall is actually blocking him from seeing Snake, because we trace the box around both characters. And then it's back to Snake's turn. So now, I think we're going to need to dash here, because there's a risk of him seeing us. What we'll do is we'll dash again, and then we will sneak into here. And with our final action, we will refresh our -1 white die focus token. And then we dash twice. So we're going to need to roll 2 white dice. And we get a 5 and 4. So we're okay. So what do the guards do? Okay, they're going to move 2 and turn to their left. Okay, so this guy will go 1, 2. He will go 1, 2, turn to his left. He will go 1, 2, keep looking that way. Okay, so back to Snake. Might be a good idea to follow this guard, I think. So we are going to dash to get B. So when we stand on objective token B, we gain the Nikita missile special action card. So this tells us, if we can get it to focus. Okay, so it's a ranged weapon. It's a missile. Costs us 1 action to use. It rolls 3 white dice for damage. We place 1 missile in an adjacent space if there are none on the map. Then roll 2 black dice and move the missile spaces equal to one of the results in any one direction. Then you may do the same with the other result. If the missile would move into an obstacle or is in the same space as a figure, attack all figures within 1 space and in line of sight. Then remove the missile. It's allowed, of course, so you place your alert token and remove the missile if it would move off the map. So essentially this is our remote controlled missile. So if there isn't a missile on the map, we place 1, and then we move it with the 2 black dice. And if there is already a missile on the map, then we don't place 1, and we just roll the 2 black dice to keep moving it. So if we placed it here, then we'd be able to move it and maneuver it around the board over a series of turns. So that is, of course, how we are going to take out that switchboard. Let's just turn Snake around. Okay, so that was a dash, wasn't it? That was 1 dash. So then he'll dash again. He'll dash a 3rd time, and then he will sneak. So we really need to hope we don't draw any attention here. And we don't, with a 4, a 3, and a 5. Okay, so we draw the guard order card. Okay, the guard's going to move 3 and turn to their left. So 1, turn to his left, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Turns left. Okay, and now we are pretty much free. Guards never move one space, so we're pretty safe from him. He's definitely going to move past there, but this guy might end up looking down here. So it might be safer for us to go around this way. I think what we'll do is we'll use residual telepathy. So we can look at this guard order card, and we can see they're going to move 3 and turn to their right. But that's actually quite good for us, because when he moves to here, he's going to have 2 paths available to him. So because he's turning right, he's going to come back on himself. So actually we are better off going up here. If it was to the left, then we could of course sneak round here, and it would probably work just as well. But from my understanding of finding a new path, this is probably the best result we can get. So that's one action. So Snake is just going to play it safe and go sneak, sneak, and sneak. Reduce the noise dice he rolls by 1, which means he doesn't have to do a noise check, or he doesn't have to roll any dice for it. So then we resolve the guard order card, and we go 1, 2, 3, finds a new path, turns to his right, so he rotates all the way around, looks back that way. Then this guard will go 1, bunny hopping him and turning to the right, 2, 3, turn to his right, and this guard will go 1, 2, 3, and he will turn to his right. So then it's Snake's turn. Nice and easy what we're going to do here. We're going to sneak, 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 and then we will refresh our -1 white die focus token. And it's the guard's turn, so we'll draw our guard order card. And the guards are going to move 4 and turn to their right. So this guard will go first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lucky he didn't land on that space, although it wouldn't have mattered if he did. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and he turns... Oh wait, they turn to their left, don't they? Oh dear. Oh, but it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, because he was already there, was he? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Whew, phew, I thought I'd made a mistake there. So he will turn to his left and turn and look that way. Okay, and then it's Snake's turn. So Snake's in a perfect position here, so he's just going to dash again, and then he's going to sneak, and he's going to put him in shot, and then he's going to activate the elevator. So what we need to do is fire one of these remote control Nikita missiles down here, around here, and then get to this switchboard. And there's also item C here. Ordinarily, it is impossible to get item C because this yellow border around these spaces is the safe zone on the map. The rest of it is filled with poison gas. If you end your turn outside of that yellow bordered area, the poison gas will kill you. And so the number of spaces you would have to move to get to this C token makes it impossible. However, our gas mask that we can see here, it ignores poison gas. So because I have this item with me, I will be able to get to the C token, provided I can destroy that switchboard in time. So Snake is going to dash. 1, 2. Okay, so with our third action, we're going to launch a missile. So we take our missile token and we place it on the board in a space adjacent to us, which will of course be in front of us. And we roll our 2 dice. So we get a 6 and a 6. So this tells us how far the missile moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will move all the way to the end. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. and then we can move it up to 6 this way if we like. However, I'm going to spend a -2 token to turn that 6 into a 4, so it will move 4 spaces, but also, as these are dice rolled when using a weapon, I can use Snake's I Work Alone ability to minus another one from that die, turning it into a 3. So now the missile goes 1, 2, 3. And then with Snake's 4th and final action, he will roll again. So this time we get a 4 and a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that's the end of that turn, so we draw a guard order card. Doesn't really matter what's on it, because there's no guards down here. It's just a timer. So now we have 4 actions our next turn. So we're going to spend our first action to refresh our -2 token. And then our second action, we will fire, or rather we will control the Nikita missile. Okay, so we get a 2 and a 3. That is pretty much perfect. So we're going to go 1, 2, and then we will go 1, 2, 3. We'll spend our +2 token to move it 2 further spaces and put it down here in this space. And then our third action point we can spend to fire the missile or to move the missile again. And we get a 1 and a 3. So of course we're going to go 1, 2, and it hits the switchboard obstacle, so it explodes. Now the switchboard has 2 health. And the Nikita missile rolls 3 white dice for damage. It doesn't say it has any kind of defense. So I'm going to assume that provided we don't roll 2 of the alert symbols, just any result of a 2 or higher should damage it. So let's see what we get. Yeah, we got a 3, a 4, and a 5. So that's definitely enough to destroy it. And now we can carry on. So I'm going to go dash, dash, and then we end the turn. So we draw a guard order card. Again, doesn't matter, it's just a timer. Okay, now we have 4 actions. So we're going to go dash, 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 dash. That's the end of that turn. We'll draw our next guard order card, which again, just time ticking away. And then we're going to go dash, dash, and then we're going to dash, moving forward 1 and then backward 1, because as soon as we enter this space, we activate event C, which tells us to put the C token on our dashboard. Okay, now that we've collected item C, we have 1 action left, so we're going to go dash to there, draw our guard order card. Thankfully it is not game over. And then we are going to dash, 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 dash. We draw our final guard order card, which is not game over. So fortunately, we can dash and exit the board.
It looks like they were cut by some type of blade. It's a ghost.
So our resolution is we unlock equipment card number 9. If we have event C on our dashboard, we unlock equipment card 10. So here are our 2 unlocked equipment cards. So equipment card 9 is the Nikita, so a new weapon. And equipment card 10 is Ah, the cardboard box. That's why I never found it in the in my last playthrough. So let's have a look at what this does. So we can spend one action to hide. If you are not in line of sight of a guard or camera, replace your figure with the cardboard box figure, which is here. And as you can see, it's got Snake's little, I haven't painted this bottom side of it, but it's got Snake's little legs sticking out the bottom. Hidden. Guards and cameras treat you like a guard figure. Replace the cardboard box with your figure if you leapfrog a guard, move into or through line of sight of a guard or camera. Perform any actions other than sneak, dash or focus. So if we move into or through line of sight of a guard, so as long as we stay still when a guard's looking at us, they'll ignore the box. Yes, all we can do is sneak, dash and focus. A cardboard box. If a guard ends its movement in an adjacent space facing you, replace the card... okay, so he'll kick the box over if he ends his turn next to us. Okay, that's pretty cool. That'll definitely be handy. So Snake's going to sneak off in his box now. And that is the end of that stage. So I will see you in the next one. Snake is going to sneak off to save his game with Mei Ling.
What can I do for you, Snake?